Hello everyone, this is the second lecture of chapter electrostatics. In first video we saw the two applications of Gauss laws. Now let us start the third application of Gauss law. Electric field intensity due to a charge in finite plane sheet. Suppose this is the plane sheet. This plane sheet is uniformly charged with surface charge density sigma. Surface charge density sigma. Due to this, the plane sheet will be uniformly charged like this. Now let P is the any point where the electric field intensity to be measured. So draw a closed surface area ds around the point P. This is the point P and ds is the closed surface area. Now for the symmetry, draw a cylinder passing through this plane sheet whose one end is on the left and the other end is on the right of the plane sheet like this. And suppose this point is P dash. This surface area is also ds. Point P and P dash are the equidistance point from the plane sheet. So let r is the distance of the point P from the plane sheet, so this distance will also equal to r. Means the length of cylinder is equal to twice r. The electric field intensity through this round surface is 0 because it is directed tangentially, but at point P, the electric field intensity is directed normally outward. So here is electric intensity. At this point also, the electric field intensity is directed normally outward. Along this line, the area vector ds is also directed. It means the angle between electric intensity and area vector ds is 0, and therefore the total flux through the closed surface this closed surface is given by phi is equal to close integration of vector E dot ds at point P plus close integration of vector E dot vector ds at point P dash, or phi is equal to close integration of E ds cos theta at point P, because vector E dot vector ds is equal to E ds cos theta according to the scalar product of two vectors, plus close integration of E ds cos theta at point P dash. For both points, P and P dash, theta is equal to 0 degree, because E and ds both are directed along the same direction. So theta is equal to 0 degree. So cos theta is equal to cos 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. Put the value of cos theta in this equation. We get phi is equal to close integration of E ds at point P plus close integration of E ds at point P dash. But electric field intensity at point P due to the charged plane sheet is constant, so E into close integration of ds at point P plus E into close integration of ds at point P dash. This is the value of phi. Now, if A is the area of cross section of cylinder, this one, area of cross section of this cylinder, then close integration of ds is equal to A, and therefore phi is equal to E into A plus E into A, integration of ds A. So phi is equal to 2 times E into A. This is equation 1. According to Gauss law, total electric flux through the closed surface phi is equal to total charge divided by epsilon 0. Here, what is sigma? Sigma is the surface charge density, or it is also called charge per unit area. So charge upon area A, and therefore Q is equal to sigma into A. Put the value of put the value of Q in this equation. So phi is equal to sigma A upon epsilon 0. This is equation 2. Equating equation 1 and 2, we get twice E into A is equal to sigma A upon epsilon 0, and therefore A get cancelled. E is equal to sigma upon epsilon 0, sigma upon twice epsilon 0. So this equation determines the electric field intensity due to a charge in finite plane sheet. So this is all about of the application of Gauss law. The next article in this chapter is the electric potential and potential energy. We know that in between the two like charges, suppose positive and positive, these are the two charges, there is a force of repulsion or repulsive force between these two positive charges, repulsion, and between the unlike charges there is a force of attraction. Such forces are called electrostatic force or Coulomb force. Suppose here O is the point where the charge plus Q is given. Q is given. And here is a very small test charge, say Q. This charge is also positive. So between these two charges there is a repulsive force. As the magnitude of this charge is very large as compared to this, then this charge will be displaced in this direction. Such a force is called electrostatic force, Fe. Now suppose this charge, we want to move this charge towards point Q or towards point O. So work must be done against the direction of electrostatic force. This work done is equal to the product of force, electrostatic force, and very small displacement, say dr, because this charge will move towards the point O, and suppose dr is the very small displacement like this. So work done is equal to the product of electrostatic force and displacement, very small displacement. This work is measured in the form of increase in potential energy, say du. So this increase in potential energy is also equal to Fe dot vector dr. The SI unit of electric potential energy is joule. It is also measured in electron volt, and we know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Now, the next article is the expression for potential energy. Suppose Q is the source of charge situated at point O and Q0 is the very small charge situated at point A. Suppose the distance between the point O and A is R1. Because of both the positive charges Q and Q0, there is a repulsive force between them. Since the magnitude of this charge Q is greater than the charge Q0, the force acting on the charge Q0 due to the charge Q is directed like this. Fe. Vector Fe is the electrostatic force. Let B is the any point between O and A, and the distance of the point B from the point O is suppose R2, and in between the 2 points A and B there is a very small displacement dr, or we can say infinitesimal displacement dr. Now, if you want to move this charge towards the point O, work must be done against the electrostatic force of repulsion, and this work done is equal to the scalar product of electrostatic force of attraction and the displacement. So work done against electrostatic force of repulsion in displacing the charge Q0 through a very small displacement dr is the increase in potential energy. So work done is equal to the increase in potential energy, and it is denoted by du, and it is equal to the product of electrostatic force and very small displacement dr. Now, for the displacement of the charge from A to B, the change in potential energy can be obtained by integrating this increase in potential energy, and therefore the change in potential energy du is equal to integration of du is equal to integration of Fe dot dr. According to the Coulomb's law, the repulsive force of attraction between the two charges, between the two like charges separated by a distance d, is given by, according to Coulomb's law, Fe is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q into q0 upon r square into unit vector r, where r is the unit vector in the direction of this vector r, and negative sign indicates that electrostatic force Fe and vector r are in opposite direction, and therefore du, the change in potential energy, du is equal to integration of, put the value of Fe minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 upon r square into unit vector r dot dr. So is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 is constant, so integration of 1 upon r square into r vector dr. Now here the charge moves from point A to point B, and R1 and R2 are the respective distance of the charge Q0 from A to B. So here is R1 to R2, R1 to R2 is equal to delta U is equal to, now we know that integration of x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Here integration of 1 upon r square dr is equal to integration of r raised to minus 2 dr is equal to r raised to minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1. So is equal to r raised to minus 1 upon minus 1 means 1 upon r. So minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 into integration of this 1 upon minus 1 upon r minus 1 upon r r1 to r2. So delta u is equal to minus minus plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 1 upon r r1 to r2. So delta u is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 in bracket upper limit minus lower limit 1 upon r2 minus 1 upon r1. This change in potential energy is equal to the work done against the electrostatic force of attraction, and this work done is WAB, work done by the charge when it moves from A to B. WAB is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q0 in bracket 1 upon r2 minus 1 upon r1. Now if the charge is displaced from infinity, if the charge is displaced from infinity. It is also called point of zero potential energy. Infinity means suppose this point is here. So if the charge is displaced from infinity, it is also called point of zero potential energy to a certain point in an electrostatic field. Then R1 is equal to infinity and R2 is equal to R. Then the change in potential energy delta U is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 in bracket 1 upon R2 is equal to R minus R2 is equal to R minus 1 upon infinity. So delta U is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 in bracket 1 upon R, because 1 upon infinity is equal to 0. For the charges Q1 and Q2, potential energy UR, instead of Q and Q0, if the charges Q1 and Q2 are considered, then the potential energy UR is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 upon R. Using this equation we can determine the potential energy, or we can say the increase in potential energy. Okay.